PEGI 18.
Hello, my name's Paul Rashchinsky and I'm the Game Director on Hell Let Loose Vietnam at Expression Games. I'm here to introduce you to a brand new series, a way where we can hopefully get more information to you guys about the game on a more regular basis. Not just from Vietnam, but also Hell Let Loose as well. We're excited as a way to show off more gameplay, more features and more maps over the coming weeks, and hopefully you'll come along the journey with us. Recently we had our closed beta test where we had tens of thousands of players play the game and give their feedback. We were able to test performance, look at playability, balancing, stability, and we got tons and tons of useful information and data, and we've been able to react to that, tuning, balancing and improving the game for both the upcoming open beta and for launch. Players were able to check out one map, Tarn Hall Bridge, on one mode, which was Warfare. For the upcoming open beta, we're going to expand that to two modes, so you'll have Offensive and Warfare. It'll still be the same map, but we want everyone to experience this because it's one of our favourites before launch. And to help players get onboarded with the game and understand the various roles and systems, we're going to be opening up all of the game's tutorials as well, which are hopefully a great gateway into understanding the complexities and depth of the game. So the recent closed beta was super fun to watch. Everyone at Expression Games was keeping a close eye in your matches, and we sneakily jumped into a few games as well to play. We tried not to give away all the strategies and tactics, but we had fun watching you guys, gathering data and understanding how you were utilising the various strategies, and especially looking at the differences between our asymmetrical sides of the NVA and the US forces. So Hell Let Loose Vietnam is going to be launching with 4 distinct game modes. During the closed beta, players got their hands on with Warfare. In the upcoming open beta, you'll be able to check out Warfare and Offensive. And then at launch, we'll be detailing the other 2 modes, which are a great deal of fun. Warfare is, of course, our flagship game mode. It's the tug of war kind of between opposing forces that you will have played a lot if you're familiar with the original Hell Let Loose, where you've got opposing forces tasked with capturing the control points while having to defend their own. So it's a game of tactics and strategy, and you'll have to really work together as a team to be able to both try and capture the enemy's points as well as hold on to your own CPs. Communication, strategy and that kind of battlefield tactics that you really have to adapt on the fly are crucial. And in future videos we're going to look a lot more closely at this mode and other modes such as Offensive, Conquest and Domination. In Hell Let Loose Vietnam, even the best laid plans won't work unless you can all communicate effectively as a team, mobilising quickly and executing the orders well, which in Vietnam, with its increased pace and tactically broader options, means that teamwork becomes even more essential. The most obvious and immediately impactful change, which I'm sure you've seen, is the location. Vietnam's jungle blocks sight lines more readily and offers a lot more cover for players to sneak through. The interconnected waterways that snake throughout many of the maps create more pinch points for tanks and trucks over bridges and allow boats to patrol across them. The terrain offers much more verticality that can be used strategically as vantage points or exploited with the use of deployable defences. It's also an extremely varied location that offers a surprising amount of contrast both visually and from gameplay perspective, with everything from military bases to rolling dunes, semi-urban villages and tight jungle confines. What really sets apart Hell Let Loose Vietnam is the asymmetrical sides of the United States and the North Vietnamese army. It really changes up how you play in the moment to moment, and we've lent into those differences between the forces to not only be as authentic to the conflict as possible, but also to create more interesting strategy and gameplay. We have the US that can take to the skies in helicopters, transporting infantry, dropping off supplies and shooting machine guns from above, whilst the NVA resort to digging covert tunnels beneath the ground to travel silently to catch the enemies by surprise. To minimise the chances of a surprise attack from the NVA, the US will need to use their recon and infantry teams to try and search and discover tunnel networks, as when found the US can collapse entire networks and simultaneously kill any NVA soldier who is travelling within the tunnel network at the time. And it's fundamental differences like this in how both forces manoeuvre around the battlefield that create truly unique gameplay dynamics. Picking the locations for each of our 6 maps was extremely challenging from a development perspective. We wanted to both remain authentic to the battles that took place during the Vietnam War, but then we also wanted to offer as much variety with each of our maps, both from a visual perspective and gameplay. But there was one location that stood out to us, and it's the one that was in the closed beta, and you'll be playing in the upcoming open beta, and that's Tarn Ho Bridge, otherwise known as Dragon's Jaw. It was a focal point of the ferocious fighting during the Vietnam conflict and served as an important strategic position which saw unrelenting assaults from both ground and air. Tarn Ho Bridge is a really varied map. You've obviously got Dragon's Jaw, the central bridge overlapping the main river at the centre of the map, but then you've got an interconnected waterway system leading from far north all the way to the south, surrounded by mountains on the side. So thanks for listening. I really hope that you're looking forward to future episodes where we'll be diving deeper into more new features, looking at some of the other maps, the new game modes, checking out various roles, weapons and equipment and much more. But please do let us know in the comments what things you'd like for us to talk about, and I'll see you in the next one.